On this edition of the program, we bring you all the sights and sounds of night one, look ahead to what happens for the rest of this Republican National Convention, and Joe Biden bombs on Lester Holt. It's all coming up. Hello and welcome everybody to the Politics program for the Republican National Convention. This is, as I speak to you, July 16th. I'm your old pal Justin Robert Young from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where indeed the Republican National Convention is underway. This is going to go in segments, so I was all over night one. I have a lot of sights and sounds for you. If you were listening on podcast, I do very much encourage you to go ahead and check out our YouTube at Politics, because some of the sites are, I think, really interesting. But this is night one.
Their credit card balances at record highs, at astronomical interest rates. And their incomes are down as straight years. The good news? Help is on the way.
So as I'm walking the floor here, I had my eyes immediately came to this. Of course, the hat, the famous hat, the famous hat from the BBC interview.
So,
did you know that this was a thing?
I did not know that, but his was different. He had a 2020 and then he had it crossed out with the 4.
He did, yeah.
So
Vintage.
This is actual 2024.
And it was a little bit more red, a little bit more orange, a little bit more ginger on this.
This is the place to be. And a lot of people want to know, like, who should I vote for? Should I vote for, Trump, Biden? What should I do? And
you're not wearing fake Biden hair.
What we witnessed on Saturday was an open miracle that rarely happens in humanity, where God comes down and actually places his hands where you can see divine intervention.
Yeah.
This was not luck. This was not chance. God was sending a message.
This was a plan.
Trump is God's candidate, and I think that this is a wake-up call not only for America, but Donald Trump himself. I think he saw the sign, and you're going to see a big change when he speaks, and he is going to lead America to greatness like we have never, ever seen before.
What do you think is going to be different?
I think the rhetoric will be a little different, and I think when you see people who overcome cancer, a terrible accident,
there's just
a near-death experience, it changes fundamentally the chemistry in your brain. It changes your purpose of life. He realized he was not an inch, not even a centimeter, probably a millimeter away from certain death.
Yeah.
And everything would have been over. No more investigations, nothing. It would have been over.
Life
would have been over. Who knows civil war in America? Who knows?
But he wouldn't have worried about it.
Who knows? But he saw God's intervention in an open miracle that the world hasn't seen in a long time. I can only think of a few open miracles that have happened in the history of the world. The entire world saw a miracle
you think top
happen.
5?
This is of biblical proportions.
Biblical miracle.
Biblical proportions.
Yeah.
This miracle that happened.
Especially at this moment.
At this moment with war in the Middle East, war in Europe, Russia and Ukraine. Biden is a warmonger. Trump, I believe, will end the war very, very quickly. And there's good and evil in the world. And I think that this divine intervention that took place will change the course of history. Or not. But maybe.
President Trump's economic plan to restart America includes no tax on tips earned by our service workers.
I heard a little early today, if you don't vote down a certain way black,
President Trump, he'll make America a poor again. Please welcome the governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
All right, we are here on the floor, and can you guys just go ahead and push that back up there? This is from the Missouri delegation. Yes, the Appeal to Heaven flag. Could you guys Why did you decide to bring that flag here to the floor? Why was it important to bring?
For me, it was important to bring because the only thing that's going to change this nation is God.
Yes.
And what we need is a third great awakening. That's what I really believe that we need.
Yes.
God will change the hearts of the people in this nation, and then it will become the nation that it was when our founding fathers founded it. That's what I believe.
So this is different than Samuel Alito's flag that he had at his boathouse.
This is the same flag.
The same flag.
This is
Not the exact same
That's
flag.
Not the
Not the
same. No, I
exact
didn't go
same.
get it from
Yeah.
him or nothing
No,
like
yeah.
that. No,
Yeah.
no, it's the exact same.
But it's the same thing, yeah.
And this is what George Washington had.
And on his naval
Yes,
cruises,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
And was flying outside the San Francisco City Hall before they decided that it was the wrong thing.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
It was.
that's why I bought it.
That's why. Do you think that that it was unfair to criticize Samuel Alito as anything other than patriotic for flying that
I
flag?
think it's unfair. Yeah,
Unfair?
I think every single one of us should be appealing to heaven. That's the only thing that's going to happen. God's the one that's going to change this nation. He's going to change the hearts of the people.
Yes.
And God's people humble themselves, repent, and pray. He promises God promises that He will heal this land. I believe it. That's why I brought it.
There we go. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The rumor is apparently Trump might come out of here. We wait. It was real.
Hello, RNC. Is there any doubt who's going to be the next president of the United States? Prayer works. This nation based on faith. Prayer works. Because he was sure, as Donald Trump turned his head just slightly, that the bullet missed him just enough to save his life to be the next president of the United States. We have believed for so long that God will make some changes in this country. And he's about to make a change in the current administration and send them home. Thank you everybody for being here tonight. Tonight we make the decision of what's right for America. More prosperity, less gas prices, less food prices, help for our veterans, and God bless our military wherever they are in this United States and abroad. There would be no wars, there wasn't any when President Trump was
Please
president.
welcome the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
If tomorrow all things were gone, I've worked for all my life, and I had to start again. Just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. States.
Okay, by far, the person that I am most excited to see the crowd react to is coming up now. Amber Rose. If you don't know who Amber Rose is, she is a hip-hop personality. She is most known for her romantic affiliations with Kanye West and Wiz Khalifa, and now she is a gigantic MAGA celebrity, and she gets the second to last speaking slot on night one of the RNC. But I want to see how they react.
My name is Amber Rose. I'm a model and entrepreneur. Thank you. But most importantly, I'm a mother. My whole world revolves around providing for my children, keeping them safe, and giving them an opportunity for a better life. That's something that unites all American parents, whether we're Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, or liberals. We all want a better country for our children. But I'm here tonight to tell you, no matter your political background, that the best chance we have to give our babies a better life is to elect Donald Trump President of the United States. Now you may be wondering why I'm up here telling you this. I'm no politician and I don't want to be, but I do care about the truth. And the truth is that the media has lied to us about Donald Trump. I know this because for a long time I believed those lies. So I'm here to set the record straight.
All right, so leaving Pfizer Forum after night one, I gotta say the best speaker of the night was Amber Rose. That being said, here's the biggest thing. That's Republican Disneyland back there. They are all jacked. This is a fully remade party in the image of Donald Trump. And after the assassination attempt and the polls, it's hard to crack a frown with those folks in there. They are pumped. They believe they're going to win. They believe that they are on the edge of history. Joe Biden is on with Lester Holt and did a YouTube interview with a Palestinian influencer. Either seem to have gone great. I don't know if we're going to see that same kind of excitement in Chicago. This is your update brought to you by TakePoliticsSeriously.com. That's where you can support this show. I very much thank everybody who has done that. You guys are the reason that I am here right now. Like, I'm going to show you guys. This is literally the live shot that people pay a lot of money for. You guys sent me here with a selfie stick and a camera, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you to everybody. You guys are going to be getting your bonus episode on Thursday. You already got your bonus episode on Sunday, and that was an insane one. Actually, that went out to everybody because it was about the assassination. That already feels like 11 years ago. Here are all the stories that we did not have a chance to get to. A leaked tape of RFK Jr. talking with Donald Trump after his assassination attempt has leaked onto the internet. It involves Donald Trump saying that maybe they can work together in the future, and some vaccine conversations between Donald Trump and Bobby Kennedy Jr. I don't really know what to make of this. I have no idea where it factors in to the rest of the discourse, but added on to the pile of insanity that has happened over the last few days. What else can you put on here? I mean, I guess theoretically, if you are a Bobby Kennedy supporter, maybe you don't like him talking to Donald Trump at all. But in general, I kind of feel like there's a lot of people who are supporting Bobby Kennedy who want more dialogue between the various different elements of our power structure. How many of them are Trump repellent? We'll find out. I mean, certainly since the debate, we have seen more erosion of Biden's number with Bobby Kennedy than Trump, so maybe this helps stem that tide. We will have to wait to find out. In news that would otherwise be a gigantic game changer in this race, Eileen Cannon has dismissed the Mar-a-Lago docs case. This based on a Supreme Court precedent set by Clarence Thomas. How strong this is, well, we will have to see. But right now it means that this is definitely not going to be heard before the election. Then again, this one probably wasn't going to be heard before the election anyway. Obviously, there's a lot of legal discourse about this, and we will see where it goes. In other legal news that is adjacent to Donald Trump, Fani Willis, you might remember from the Georgia RICO case for Trump, she now has her other RICO case against rapper Young Thug absolutely falling apart, as the judge in that case has now been forced to recuse himself because he did not allow a negotiation between the district attorney and the judge with one of the witnesses that they had made a plea agreement with. The defense suggested that communication was illegal, and a higher judge agreed. That means that the current judge on that case is now dismissed. That case is in trouble. It does not speak well for Fani Willis or her ability to bring these very, very, very complicated cases. And finally, Joe Biden, Lester Holt, last night. This was supposed to happen in our hometown of Austin, Texas, and instead it happened in the White House. I was getting a few drinks at this bar right behind me here last night with some of our favorites, Matt Laszlo, with Dave Leventhal, with Tom Lobianco, and I brought this up for everybody who keeps saying that Joe Biden needs to just get out there and do more unscripted events, do more hard-hitting interviews. It's beginning to look like the recommendations for a man with no legs is you need to get out and run a marathon. Because I don't think that these interviews are doing any favors to Joe Biden. I think that these interviews are actively eroding his ability to continue with his campaign, or at least the faith that anybody would have that he should continue his campaign. He was defensive. He was short. He fumbled a very easy position, I think, when it comes to rhetoric in his campaign. And that's the first question that Lester Holt asked him. And he said, is there anything that you've said that you now regret? The answer is, yeah. You want to know what? Since this has happened, I've thought back on a lot of stuff that I've said. And I will continue to think back on stuff that I've said. But going forward, I can't take any of that back. What I can do is know going forward that I'm going to have a different tone in this race. And I would hope that my opponent would as well. Because guess what? Trump's not going to be able to do that. You're betting on Donald Trump having discipline? Come on, easy money. No. Biden gets defensive, says he's never done anything. This is really Donald Trump's rhetoric. To which point, it's like, dude, he got shot, you didn't. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? I mean, and then he just harasses Lester Holt that they're not talking enough about Donald Trump. Donald Trump's party is not trying to throw him out, as you just heard in that first segment. This is the MAGA kingdom. This is Republican Disneyland. This is the Trump-iest place on earth. They love that dude. This is ordained by God. Like, you've got the credibility problem, Joe. And he does not seem to be able to figure that out. As I record this right now, Jamie Harrison, the head of the Democratic National Committee, is in a Twitter back and forth with Nate Silver, talking about a virtual roll call, which may happen as early as Sunday, that will officially make Joe Biden the nominee. Hold on to your butts. TakePoliticsSeriously.com is where you need to go. You want to get your bonus episode of this show. That'll come out on Thursday. So it will be our thoughts on what happens tonight and what happens with J.D. Vance's speech. And then the Friday episode will be all about Donald John Trump and his address to the people. But thank you. We've seen a big spike in our Patreon since everything that has happened over the last few weeks. The Biden watch, the assassination attempt, and now everything that's happening here. You guys send me here. You guys are the reason why this happens. Thank you very much. TakePoliticsSeriously.com. And now, let's get into some predictions about the rest of this con. So as I walk through, we're going to do a little tour here as I talk, the Fiserv Arena grounds. You can hear there's a helicopter overhead. There's apparently a security incident on the perimeter of this locked down downtown where somebody lost their life. As if we needed more drama. The big question tonight is whether or not, well, Nikki Haley's going to get booed. She's going to speak tonight. The vibe of this entire event has been very Trump rally. The people that normally get booed during a Trump rally have gotten booed here. Nikki Haley is somebody who gets booed at Trump rallies. Will it be at the beginning and then it fades out? We will see. I'm very curious to find out who is held in very high regard and who isn't. But the biggest thing that I just want to underline for you guys is how much harmony is here. This feels like a re-election of a very popular president. This feels like Clinton in '96. This feels like Reagan in '88, Reagan in '84. That's what this feels like, or I would imagine that's what those conventions felt like. And yet, this is Donald Trump, who 4 years ago was looked at as a possible pariah in the world of politics, post January 6th. And now you have brought all these people together. I spoke with a Florida delegate over lunch who listed herself as not only a fiscal conservative, but a social conservative. One who almost didn't come to this convention because she was so mad about the pro-life language getting stripped out of the platform. So I asked her, what about Amber Rose? What do you think about her? She says, well, you know, I would never consider myself a fan of hers, obviously for so many different reasons. But I think it's very important that we speak to all those people that she would talk to. And I think her message was good. That's the level of coalition that is being built here at the Republican Party. Now we're going to see how electorally efficacious that is. But I'll tell you what, as far as everyone else here, boy, do they believe that it's working. That'll wrap it up for us today. From Fiserv Forum, Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Of course, the only place that you can get your bonus content is at TakePoliticsSeriously.com. That is where the bonus episode will come out on Thursday with my first reaction to J.D. Vance's speech before we get to Trump's speech the day after that. So head on over there. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can support independent journalism that sends me here. I'm literally amongst every other player in the world of media as we speak. At the $10 tier, you get your name read at the end of the show, including these fine folks in the Titanic $10 tier. Gloria, that's my mom. Gray Zone, Peapod, Jay, Sugar Brady, Marcus with a Q, DP4 Bongo, Sam, Whiskey Wolf, John, Niemeister, Edwin, and vote Gloria Young for King of the New World Order. Edison, Jeremy, a dog named Checker, Sarah Jeannie, Matthew, Dr. G, Neil, his nerdiness, Charles, Audrey Stoll, Adler Spot, Darren, Idris Arslanian, Bluefront and the Lenina, Berkeley Steven, Chad, Zombie Doc, Matt P, Chill, Adam, Chief Andy, Robert, Casey, Paul, Dustin, Brad, D Laser, Nick, Just Another Pilot, Middle-Aged Mike, Utah Jimmy Montana, The Jen, Alo, D, Really? Craig, Andrew, Nicholas, Peter Marks, Will, SingleTreeTravel.com, Fat Tony's PJs from New York, and Sparky Stevens from Florida. You want to join their ranks? Head on over there right now. TakePoliticsSeriously.com. Forgot to do this part, but I recorded everything else. So here we go. Thank you. And right next to where the Ruthless Variety program is recording their podcast currently. This is your old pal Justin Robert Young saying some shows talk about politics, others talk about politics, and still more discuss politics, but this is the only one that dares discuss. Oh!